Hey everyone, it's time again to create a what's hot in the coin shop video. It's a very frequent question I get in the shop. A lot of customers coming in not knowing what they should buy. So they're asking, what are other people buying? Well, I'm going to break it down for you all and go over the top 10 hottest items in the coin shop right now. This is a little bit different list than I had several months ago, and actually there's some new additions to the list, and there's several that have switched places in the ranking of what's hot and what's the best buy in most people's eyes. So be sure to stick around. I'm going to cover it all in detail. Hey everyone, we'll start out with hot item in the coin shop number 10. Now this item has never been in my list before, and this is the fourth video that I've made in this series. So it's kind of a surprise addition, but what you see in front of you here are certified American Silver Eagles in both proof and regular business strike. These have gained a lot of popularity for collectors, mainly because premiums have come down quite a bit on these. You can purchase proof and certified Silver Eagles for much cheaper than you could 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago. The premiums have really come down, which tells you a couple things. The market is weak for these, so wholesale buyback prices have really dropped. Therefore, somebody brings them in the shop, I'm willing to pay less than maybe before, because if I have to liquidate to a wholesaler, I'm going to get less. But in turn, for those of you who like to collect these, you can pick them up at a cheaper rate. So coming in at number 10, accounting for 0.65% of all of the sales in the shop over the last 2 months, were these certified American Silver Eagles. And they make a great addition to any collection, quite frankly, because they kind of blur the line between precious metal investing, bullion, and numismatics, which are collectibles. They can be considered both. Coming in at number 9, now unfortunately I don't have a whole tray full of these, 100-ounce silver bars. I only have one in stock at the moment, so it's great for show and tell, but I only do have this one. It's a 100-ounce Johnson Matthey vintage bar. It's got some pretty nice toning on it, but coming in at number 9, the most popular over the last 2 months in the coin shop were 100-ounce silver bars, and that accounted for 0.73% of our sales. It's a very nice piece. Coming in at number 8, and this is a little unusual because this is a new addition to the list as well. Usually when I do these, it's always the same items, and they just kind of switch places. But we have 1/4 ounce gold. Odd size, I know, but I think a 1/4 ounce is quite affordable, and it's not quite as high of a premium as it would be if you were to buy a 1/10 ounce gold. But we have a few different 1/4 ounce sovereign gold coins here. We have the Australian Philharmonic, Canadian Maple Leaf, South African Krugerrand, and the American Eagle. But coming in at number 8, accounting for almost a full percent, coming in at 0.90% of our sales over the last 2 months, have been 1/4 ounce gold. Like I said, it's a fairly affordable option if you can't get a full ounce. If budget doesn't allow, a 1/4 ounce is a good way to go. These don't appear on the list very often, but they're back on the list again. Coming in at number 7 are Morgan and Peace silver dollars. Now this includes all types, all conditions, whether it be certified or raw. But coming in at number 7, accounting for 2.23% of our sales over the last 2 months are Morgan and Peace silver dollars. Now we have a lot of these in inventory still, even though we did sell enough to account for number 7 spot on our top sellers. Is this something you guys want to see as a flash sale in the future? I've been tossing around the idea of trying to figure out a good way to do these type of things on a flash sale, but if you're into silver and you maybe are even into numismatics and you want to see Morgan and Peace dollars on a flash sale coming up, please drop it down in the comments. I'm curious to know. Coming in at number 6, once again, I just have one of these to show for the example in stock at the moment, but they're 1 ounce gold bars. 1 ounce gold bars coming in at number 6 accounted for 9.39% of our sales over the last 2 months. This one is a 1 ounce gold Royal Canadian Maple Leaf gold bar, 4/9 pure, carded on an assay card. But yeah, gold bars still remain very popular for gold investors because it typically is the cheapest premium 1 ounce gold you can buy. So there we have that coming in at number 6. Number 5, it's a bit of a surprise because this is usually one of the top 2 or 3. 1 ounce gold coins. 1 ounce gold coins coming in at number 5. This includes American Gold Eagles, gold Canadian Maple Leafs, gold Krugerrands, Philharmonics, Kangaroos, really any type of government issued 1 ounce gold coin gets lumped into this category, but it just squeaked in at number 5, accounting for 9.75% of our shop sales. And like I said, that's a big drop. I think part of the reason is the spot price of gold. Gold is quite high right now, although there are people buying gold. I think more and more people are seeing silver as a better opportunity just based on ratios and current spot prices. But still, 5th place is quite strong for gold. 1 ounce gold coins at 9.75%. Coming in at number 4, really no big surprise because these are always popular. 10 ounce silver bars, different designs. You know, this one's a snowflake, kind of a cool piece. Got some more collectible ones in Engelhard and Johnson Matthey, and then just some generic and Royal Canadian Mint 10 ounce bars. But these accounted for 12.96% of our sales in the shop over the last 2 months. 10 ounce bars still remain, and usually are, a great option for precious metal investors because of relatively low premiums, yet it's not an overly big size like a 100 ounce bar. So you have some divisibility, you have a little bit more ease of liquidity if you do need to sell. It's a little easier to sell a 10 ounce bar to most people than it would be a bigger size. So despite it only being in 4th place, it's still a very popular option, and we do sell a lot of 10 ounce silver bars. Coming in at number 3, privately minted 1 ounce silver bars and silver rounds. These will include brilliant uncirculated. These will include secondary, meaning not uncirculated anymore, but 1 ounce silver bars and 1 ounce silver rounds typically are one of the cheapest premiums for a 1 ounce piece of silver because they're privately minted, and privately minted products typically, unless they're limited mintage or from a collectible mint, have lower premiums. So they remain a great option for collectors and stackers. And this accounted for 13.46% of our shop sales over the last 2 months were 1 ounce silver rounds and 1 ounce silver bars. Can you guess the top 2? If you haven't guessed it yet, maybe drop it down in the comments, pause the video. We'll see if you guessed right. Coming in at number 2 are 1 ounce sovereign silver coins. Now, a sovereign silver coin is a coin issued by a government. So all of these are government issued 1 ounce silver coins. They will include, you know, both uncirculated coins and those that are slightly impaired, like this Philharmonic that has some yellowing to it. So this one will sell quite a bit cheaper than an uncirculated one, but they're all still 1 ounce of at least 3/9 pure silver, and they remain a very popular choice among stackers, in my shop at least. Coming in at number 2 at 21.61%. So over 1/5 of our sales over the last couple of months were in 1 ounce sovereign silver coins. So that's a big chunk. Well, you've seen the top 9 so far. What could number 1 be? Now, this is a new addition at the number 1 slot on this list too. This is the 4th video I've made, and it's never been number 1 before. But I talk about this on my channel a lot. I've done several flash sales for it. And the premiums on this particular item are cheaper than almost anything else that you can stack right now. If you haven't already guessed it, it's 90% silver, also known as constitutional silver, junk silver, pre-1965 silver. It has a lot of different names, but it remains the most popular item in our shop over the last 2 months, accounting for 27.53% of our sales. That's a big number. More than a quarter of our sales out of all of the items that a coin shop sells is accounted for in 90% silver. Whether it be Mercury dimes or Roosevelt dimes, you know, they're both popular options. I prefer Mercury most of the time. Quarters. Typically these will be Washington quarters, but occasionally there's a Standing Liberty quarter or a Barber quarter mixed in. Oh, here's a Standing Liberty quarter, see? We got Walking Liberty half dollars. Benjamin Franklin half dollars. And the 1964 Kennedys. So no matter what route you choose, you know, what type you choose to buy, this is number one for a reason. 90% silver is a great investment, but I do realize it's not for everybody. I know many stackers that only want to buy 3/9 pure silver. They would never consider buying 90%. You know, I can't get on board with that because I think everybody should own some 90% silver, but to each their own. What about you? Drop it down in the comments. Based on this list, what type of items do you have in your personal stack? Are you like most? Did this top 10 list kind of fit into the type of things you buy? I'm curious to know. I know for me in particular, over the past couple of months, the top 3 items most definitely are ones that I took home from the shop for my personal stack over the last couple of months. And that includes 90% sovereign silver and privately minted silver. I brought home all 3 of these and added them to my stack over the last couple of months. So I kind of fit with the general population, I guess, on what's popular right now. I hope you enjoyed today's video of me going over the top 10 hot items in the coin shop, and I think there were some surprises. So if you enjoyed it, feel free to share with your friends, like this video, and if you're not already, please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe and you want to get notified when new videos come out, including our flash sales that are weekly videos, please click that notification bell and select all. So whenever we put out a new video, you will definitely get notified and you won't miss out on the opportunity to pick up great deals as part of our flash sale. But I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank you all so much for your support. You all have a great day.